Well, as you can see, Dave, the Range Rover's back on the lift. There is a reason for that, because I took the winch bumper down to get powder coated. We have decided to do it satin black, match all the rest of the car. But they can't do it for 2 to 3 weeks. They have to do it in batches, so they said, oh, when we've got black now we're going, we'll do it. So I thought, oh, well, okay. And also, as a little update, I took the cylinder head down yesterday to the machine shop, and they said, we're closed until June. I said, what? You've been closed for a year? What they're doing is they're reorganising their machine shop. Oh, I thought, bloody hell, we want some valves cut in. Anyway, so that's going to be like 3 weeks, and then there's going to be a backlog, so I don't know when we're going to get that done. And there's nobody else in town really. Well, there is an old guy doing it, but I might as well do him with a hammer and chisel. So back on the Range Rover. Now, I had a bugger of a job trying to get this into the shop on my own, pushing it so I could get it on the lift. They're not the lightest of cars. But the reason why I wanted it on the lift is I'm going to see about getting it started. Now, it won't happen today naturally, but there is a crucial thing that we've got to get first. We've got to drain out the old fuel, because we don't know how long it's been in. Probably years. And this, fortunately, this is a steel tank, so it's got a bung in the bottom. Brilliant. Now, listen, word of warning. This is why I have it on the lift. Whenever you're playing around with petrol and things like this, just be extra careful. I like messing about with diesels because it's less flammable, but you know, you want good ventilation. Let the air get around, because petrol fumes are quite heavy and they'll sit on the floor, so we want to get that out into the atmosphere, get it out there, global warming, etc. Go on, get out. So I've just got a jerry can full of good petrol from our local station, which is closing down after 45 years of selling petrol because it's getting too competitive apparently. So once I've got fresh petrol in, I was going to say gas there, but nobody'd know what I was on about. Once I've got fresh petrol in, then I can play around with the pump. Now the pump does work, however, it was designed to have a different plug that we're using now, so I've got to make a plug and get the wires the right way around. Kind of easy, eh, mate? Well, because this pump on this one, when I remember from when I used it last time, you can power it up both ways. So we don't want it to suck, we want it to blow. We want it to blow petrol out. So what we're going to do is get some petrol in it and just quickly test the pump to see when fuel comes out at the other end, if you see what I mean. Because we don't want to wire it up and then the bloody pump's the wrong way around. Then, whilst it's up in the air, we'll stick a battery on it and see if we can work out which wires are for the gauge. The colours should be the same, but again, it's the plugs. Plugs are different, so hopefully all that will jive together. And then we can see about doing some jobs under the car whilst it's still on the lifted up. We've got all sorts to do. We've got the brakes to put back together, maybe get them bled through, cross fingers, never know. But it's such a nice day today, I thought, well, and it's Saturday afternoon, it's kind of quiet, let's get on with a few little termination jobs, if you see what I mean, just finishing it off. We got the seats recovered, I'll show you them later, but they're up in the top at the moment. We decided, well, we didn't decide, the owner decided they want them dye in a little bit darker colour. Alright, so that's easy enough. Jim and I's going to do that. We'll work out how to do it because we've never done it before. After that, it's just a matter of, well, putting it back together, I suppose. Anyway, let's get on with draining this tank off and I'll come back. There's not much to say really about draining a fuel tank off, but just be super careful, alright? And don't know fags.